me walk you guys through my full leg workout. Like on my legs from this to this. I'm gonna be showing you guys what workouts I do, how many sets I do, how many reps I do, and what muscles they work. I always like to start off my workout with calf extensions. We start off this workout with one warm-up set. It doesn't really matter how many reps you do, just make sure you're not pushing anywhere close to failure. Just warm up the muscle to make sure that your form is right and that you're doing it right. And the warm-up weight should be something light. You know your seat is close enough when you're not using your knees, because we only push the weight forward once and we pretty much start repping it out with our ankles by just moving our ankles, and that activates the calves. Here you can see me pushing down the weight and making sure that my feet are in the right position. You want to make sure that they're far enough apart to the point where you can rep it out good and be comfortable with it. If I had to estimate how far apart I put them, I would say that it's roughly 2 inches. Like on all my workouts, you have to make sure that you're controlling the weight. Push it down slowly, let it come up slowly, so that you can maximize the amount of muscle growth you have. I like to do some partials at the bottom because I feel like it helps the muscle get more interacted with and it builds it up more. But the part you want to focus most on is when the weight is going up. You have to make sure that your feet go as far back as they possibly can without being too uncomfortable, because that's the part that makes your calves grow the most. You can see here how I clearly barely use my knees, because I see a lot of people pushing the weight forward but they're using their knees a lot. So you want to try to keep your knees as stable as possible and just try to move the weight with your ankles. On my last rep, where I'm really close to failure, I like to do partials at the top of the movement where my feet are almost all the way back, because it helps increase muscle growth. Because training to failure helps break down the muscle more. After I'm done with those partials, I like to give myself a 10-20 second break before I go into my drop set. I start off my drop set by pushing the weight down with one leg because it's lighter, so it's easier to push down. And I start off with my left leg, put it right in the middle of the machine, and go down up slowly and down slowly. I start with my left leg because it's my weak side. So whatever your weak side is, start off with that one and do the same amount of reps for the next side. This is the only calf workout we do, and we do one warm-up set, 2 real sets, and one drop set. And these are the muscles that it works in the calves, and these are pretty much the only muscles in the calves. And we do 5 to 8 reps with the weight that we could do close to failure. An alternative to the calf extension is a seated calf. Let's move on to the next workout. The next workout we're doing is single leg RDLs. No warm-up set for this one, I just go straight into it. For this one, whatever arm you have the weight on is the leg you're going to lift up. And it's going to focus on your left glute. If you're doing it with your right leg, you're lifting up your right leg. Clearly, when I'm about to fall, I like to use the stands. So if you have these stands available to you, use them. But if you don't, just do a lighter weight to balance it, because it's a bit hard to balance. Now you can see how I go down slowly and push my right leg back, and I have the weight on my right arm. And it's working my left glute. And I keep my arm out just to have more balance. But as you see right here, if I don't need it out, then I won't use it out. During this workout, try not to bend your knees, just keep them straight. During this workout, you should be keeping your back a bit straight, but not over exaggeratingly straight. This is how it should look. To maximize growth, you want to act like you're pushing your pelvis forward, or you can call it your hips if you want to. And make sure you're doing the same amount of reps for each side, because you don't want one glute bigger than the other. My last tip for this workout is to act like you're letting your arm go down to have a bigger stretch in the glute. And you're going to feel it more, and it's going to maximize growth even more. You'll do this workout for 3 sets, and when I say real set, I mean the one that you're going close to failure with. And by superset, I mean going down in weight and making sure you're going to failure. These are all the muscles in the glutes that it works. And you're going to do this one from 5 to 8 reps close to failure. Let's move on to the next workout. Next workout we're doing is a leg extension. Start by moving the seat back as far as you possibly can to increase the stretch. Adjust the front part of the machine to where it's right about your ankle and push it as far forward as you can to have a better stretch. This is our warm-up set, so make sure you're doing a lighter weight. For your row set, make sure you're holding yourself down because the weight is heavier and it might make you go up. And make sure you try to keep your butt on the seat at all times. Try to go as high up as you possibly can. In this position, it actually benefits your knee health, but try to go as far down as you possibly can to increase the stretch. After that, you're going to do one superset where you hold yourself down, where you do a lighter weight, and you start off with your weak leg and do the same amount of reps that you can for your strong leg. You're going to do the leg extension for one warm-up set, 2 real sets, and 1 drop set. Just to let you know, a drop set and a superset are the same thing. And these are the muscles the leg extension works. And on this one, it's 5 to 10 reps, close to failure on the real sets, but on the superset, go to failure. Let's move on to the next workout. For this next workout, we're going to be doing the seated leg curl. Adjust it to where it's a bit more far back from your ankles. Now just make sure the seat up front is over your thigh, but not too much to the point where it's going to hurt you. The last step is just putting the seat a little bit more far back for a better stretch. This is a warm-up set, so don't go too heavy. Remember, something light that you know you could do just to warm up the muscles so that you won't get injured and so that you can focus on your form. Now, the same thing with the leg extension. Hold yourself down and make sure your back is on the machine at all times and that your butt doesn't go up. Bring the weight as far down as you can and try to let it go up as slowly as you can. And when you're really close to failure, you could just grip on the bar on the front, but this is when you're really close to failure. It just gives you better support. This workout consists of 1 warm-up set, 2 real sets, and 1 drop set. And these are the muscles the seated leg curl works. And for this one, it's 5 to 10 reps with the weight that you could do close to failure. Let's move on to the next workout. For this one, we're going to be doing hip adduction. For this one, it's pretty simple. Just adjust it to the point where it's far enough where you won't be uncomfortable, but you can still do it so you can maximize the stretch. And this is our warm-up set, so make sure you're going light and nothing too heavy. And you can see by the hand gesture I made that it's super easy. After the warm-up set, just go to your real set. This one is pretty straightforward, so the only tip I could give you is close your legs and open them back up and try to control the weight. And go as far back as you possibly can. For this workout, it's going to be 1 warm-up set, 3 real sets, and 1 drop set. And the hip adduction works the inner part of your thigh. For this one, I like to do 5 to 12 reps, and with the weight you could do close to failure. And of course, a few partials. Let's move on to the next workout. Usually after all that, I like to do squats, but all the machines are taken up. So instead of that, I'll do the hack squat or like a quad movement like the leg press. But this is how to properly do a squat.
Step 1, the perfect stance. Squat and test. Find your best position that allows for the greatest range of motion. The shape of your pelvis and hip capsule is unique to you. Your femur should freely move up, and you should feel totally balanced. But if you don't, try elevating your heels on plates or better, Olympic shoes. Now pull yourself under the bar with a close stance, placing the bar on top of your traps. Keep the grip close. Hands as close to the shoulders as you can manage. Pinch your back together and pull the bar down into your traps to tension the back. Slide the knees forward, placing the hips under the bar. Stand steady, then step deliberately. 1, 2. Tuck and level your hips. Lightly screw the feet into the ground to help stabilize the hips. Breathe deep into your belly and brace like expecting a punch. Slide the hips back very slightly. Sink straight down between your legs. Depth may vary, but strive to lower to at least parallel. Keep the bar over the middle of your feet with equal balance from heel to toe, and knees over toes in the same direction. Drive up, thinking keep knees forward and hips underneath. The hips and bar should rise at the same rate of speed.
This is the creator I'm giving credit to. To start off the hack squat, you want to tighten your core and you want to position your feet right. If you go with the wider stance, you're going to focus more on your glutes on any type of squatting movements. If you go more closed in, you're going to focus on your quads in total. And if you go more far back, you're going to focus on the front of your quads, like the leg extension. This is our warm-up set, so just go with something light. Now just go into your real set. Make sure you're squatting as far down as you possibly can so that you can increase the stretch and maximize growth. And always keep your core tight so that you won't get a hernia. And always make sure that your knees are bended and not straight out, because if you get stuck like that, your knees could bend in and they could break. My last tip is to always control the weight. For this workout is going to be 1 warm-up set, 2 real sets, and 1 drop set. I will do the same thing for the squats. And these are the muscles it works. It mostly focuses on your quadriceps. And for this one, it will be 3 to 8 reps, close to failure. And for the superset, to failure. Now let's move on to the last workout. The last workout is going to be the hip abduction. This one is pretty easy. It's a superset, so right after you do the hack squat or the squats or the leg press, go to this machine as fast as you possibly can and do 1 set of a weight that you could do close to failure, anywhere from 5 to 12 reps. And after that, just drop the weight and go to failure. And this one's pretty self-explanatory. Just adjust it to where it's as close as possible and open up your legs. And like I always say, make sure you're controlling the weight. For this last workout, it would be 1 real set and 1 drop set. And these are the muscles it works. Now let's just go check out the pump. After a few months of hard work, this should be the result. I do this workout once per week, and about 3 days after this workout, I will do 1 quad movement for 5 sets. The quad movements are the squat, the leg press, or the hack squat. My full leg workout consists of 1 of these days and 1 of the days where I just do 5 sets of quad movements and close to failure and stone controlled. And make sure you're taking 2-minute and 30-second breaks between each set to maximize growth. This leg day pretty much hits every single part of the muscle, that's why it's so effective. I hope you guys liked this video. Like, subscribe, and share for more videos like this. And this is Saul, and you already know, Saul out.